Yo, what is up, everybody? It's MK420, and I know what you're thinking. What in the hell did we hear Godzilla's roar for in the beginning of this video? Well, I'm just gonna let that play in the background. So check this out, y'all. So me and my fiance just had our 3-year anniversary a few weeks ago, and she knows I am a very big Godzilla fan, and I got something in the mail this week, and I know what it is. And I'm curious to get this open. This is my first ever figure. And anyone that knows me knows I'm a very big MK fan. I'm a very big Godzilla fan. I love old monster movies. So this is going to be really cool. This is the 2014 Haya Toys figure that they made. It's still in the box. I have not unboxed this. It's still in the Amazon box, as you guys can hear here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bust this bad boy open. Just like that. And as you guys can see here, well, not see, but hear me pull it out of the box. This is so cool. This is the Heisei, or this is the Roa era. So would be this is the Monsterverse era of Godzilla figures. Um, if you guys want those, smash the like, comment, share, subscribe. I know this is different for the channel. I know we usually do a lot of MK stuff here. But like I said, I'm a very big Godzilla fan. And I really wanted to share this moment with you guys. I've been waiting all week to open this. I actually got this back on Monday. Um, I wanted to wait till closer to the weekend to open this. Or not the weekend. I got this last Monday, but I wasn't home. So, oh, look at that. It's the G-Man! It's the G-Man! This is so cool. This packaging, for starters, is really cool. It's the lid style packaging. It's really high fancy. Look at the tail. Yo, that's a long tail. Our boy Godzilla's got a big tail. Alright. So look at first of all, we got all this plastic. Wow, look at all this plastic, yo. This is really cool. So simple to package this guy. This looks really simple. We're going to try and be really careful pulling him out. We don't want nothing to break. Okay. Wow, look at this guy, man. This is really cool. As you can see, well, as you can hear, he's very big. He's a big guy, Godzilla. He's got some really short T-Rex arms, but you love to see it. The head is really small. That is one thing I'm very conflicted about, is how small the head is. But it can turn left and right. It can turn left and right. It's got an upper body joint. The legs bend back and forth. These are really cool looking knee joints for this figure. And you can definitely tell he's very top heavy. His tail does do a lot of the weight for this guy. His tail is insanely long. The longer it goes, the smaller it gets. And it's really cool. They got this like bendy wire for the tail. So this is a really cool figure, guys. I'm really happy with this. Shouts out to my fiance for getting this for me. This is, once again, like I said, the Hiei Godzilla Toys 2014 figure. I was going to have her pick up the Monster Arts, but she saw this one, and we thought this figure would be cool to start out with. This was going to actually be a surprise, but it's all good. The next figure I do want to get is the 54 Goji. But knowing that I have this 2014 Goji is pretty sick. This is my first ever Godzilla figure. And as someone who loves the old 50s movies and the Showa era and the Heisei era, This is really cool, man. Like I said, the only thing with this figure that I do not like is how small the head is. This head sculpt is just insanely small. His face looks really smushed in, but the spikes are really cool. His dorsal plates are these really jagged looking spikes. Some spikes are bigger than others. Um, yeah, he's definitely you gotta be careful posing this guy because he is very stiff, but look at all the ways you can pose this guy's tail. You can bend it side to side. You can stick it straight out behind him. I think I'm gonna make it have more of like a tilted look. So I'm gonna pose his tail kind of like it's like bent upwards but tilted off to the side, kind of like he's swishing it through the air as he's marching through a city. The arms are really small, man. The wrists can move. He's got uh, three claws and then a little tiny thumb claw on each hand. So our boy Goji's working with some stuff here. Let's see, is there anything else in the box? Anything at all for this guy? Nope, I think that looks like it's everything. Yeah, this is a really cool figure. I'm so happy I got this. This guy is really top heavy. He's very stiff. He's a very stiff boy. He's a very big, chunky boy. I love the fact that he's gray and brown, and he's got a little green on him. Looks like maybe the green is supposed to resemble like water falling off of him when he comes up out of the ocean. And you can definitely tell the thighs are the biggest part of this guy. Yeah, his legs are insanely huge. His chest and everything is really small. His arms are really small. But overall, this is a really cool figure. Like, I really do like this guy. Like I said, this is my first ever Godzilla figure, so I'm definitely going to cherish this. I love the 2014 Godzilla movie. I was 14 when that movie came out. I hope you guys don't mind there's an advertisement. I'm playing old school Godzilla music in the background just so I can have a soundtrack behind me as I review this guy. But we're going to set him off to the side for a minute. I'm going to clean up this trash. We're going to pick him back up and keep on looking at him because this is such a cool figure. I got a lot more things I want to say, but give me 1 second, guys. This is the fun part of the video, cleaning up all the trash. Everyone loves this part. But no, this is something different I wanted to do for the channel just because I want to show my love for something like this. And because I'm a big Godzilla fan. And I figured maybe I could show this off to you guys. In the future, though, I do want to start getting, um, what are they called? Mortal Kombat figures. Because I do eventually want to start reviewing those guys. So that's going to be really cool to do in the future. We can go ahead and pause that. We don't need that anymore. The Godzilla music stopped. Actually, you know what? We can get the Godzilla music to start again. I got an idea. Now I'm only using this music as background. Track position. 3 seconds of 3 minutes 51 seconds. 6 seconds. Next video. Forward. Pause. Rewind 10 seconds. Previous video. There we go. Yeah. But back to the figure. This guy is super cool. Like I said, he's very tail dependent. His legs, they're very stiff, but they're big. They're bulky. I would be careful with this guy if you do plan on getting him for smaller kids. Um, he has very sharp claws on his feet. He's got some pretty big toes there, boy. My man need to hit he needs to hit the salon, get them nails looked at. He's got two big toes and then two small toes on each foot to kind of balance out his weight a little bit. I could just imagine this guy smashing a car, just, maybe smacking a building with his tail. But what a cool figure, man. This is super cool. The tail articulation is great. But like I said, I would be careful with this guy because of the fact that he has very sharp dorsal spikes, especially up towards like his head, his neck, like the taller dorsal fins, the more jaggedy looking ones. Really cool spikes, man. Such a cool figure. I love the fact that I can now say I own my first ever Godzilla figure. And it's a Haya Toys figure no less. I eventually want to start getting NECA figures. I eventually want to get a SH Monster Arts. I eventually want to get into those guys. But I really hope you guys didn't mind me showing this off on the channel today, talking about it. I eventually want to do other Godzilla figures. I want to get the 54 figure from the black and white movie made by Yusu. Oh, what is his name? What is the guy's name? Ichi Tsuburaya, Ishiro Honda, the Goji from that specific movie, the 54. I would love to get that figure one day. But to start off with the 2014 line, not a bad way to start, especially as someone who has never collected figures before. This is an amazing way to start. And yeah, I highly recommend this guy. Um, really cool figure, dude. I cannot wait to pose this guy. This is so cool, man. Only thing I will be say to be careful about is the bendy wire towards the last section of his tail is a little loose on my guy. It's not very loose, but you could definitely tell it's not meant to bend very much. So just be very careful with the tail. It is a little intense there. What they say in the lore that Godzilla's tail is like 20, 30 feet long, and that's just his tail. But shouts out to, I believe the channel is called Bear McQuarrie. Oh my god, I can't speak. McQuarrie, I believe is the name of the channel. So shouts out to you for letting me use this background music. Well, you didn't really let me use it. I just took it and used it, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, I hope you, like I said, I hope you guys didn't mind me doing this. And I know it's something different. I know it's not MK related, but this is another side passion of mine I have, and that's Godzilla. So I just wanted to come share that with you guys today. I am back home. That's how I was able to do this video. Um, I will be doing stuff with the Legacy Collection Wednesday when that comes out. Tomorrow will still be our shop update, our final shop update for the current season until we get Season 7's repeat. But until then, I am going to enjoy posing this figure, different poses, taking pictures of this guy. I am going to love this figure. This is super fucking cool. Sorry for the cursing, but I had to just be honest and say it. Shouts out again to Haya Toys. Shouts out to my beautiful fiance Zoe for this. I love you, honey. Um, I'm working on getting her present, so I told her to make a video for when I get her hers, but it will take me a sec. I'm still working on it. But yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. I'm glad I own this guy. And before we hop up out of here, um, yeah, if I could just say a few final things. I love the coloring on him. He's very gray and black and brown. He definitely looks like something out of the prehistoric era, you know? He's got a little green on him. In my head canon, I like to think it's like algae stuck to his scales from being under the water so long. But that's just my opinion. I love the fact that figures like this even exist, you know. I wonder what the original Godzilla actor would say now if he was still alive and he had gotten to see some of these, you know, Godzilla action figures and posters and toys and it's just really cool to see. So, you know, thank you Haya Toys for making these figures. Thank you to again to my beautiful fiance Zoe for getting this for me. I'm gonna cherish this. Um, I'm definitely excited for her to see what I got her. I'm definitely excited. It's definitely been something that I have never gotten anyone else, and I really hope she's in love with it because I am definitely in love with this. This is such a cool figure. I love this so much. This is so awesome. Yeah, the Godzilla is such a cool monster, such a cool movie, you know. And the fact that the guy that made this movie came up with Godzilla came up with the idea by flying over an ocean and thinking about World War II. So just know that no matter what you're thinking about in life could inspire you to create the possible next amazing movie monster that we get for almost 100 years. So this is a really cool figure. I highly recommend this big guy. He's not that big, he's not that heavy. All I would say is just be careful with the tail. Be careful with the spikes. They are a little sharp. And yeah, Godzilla's the GOAT. And with that being said, we are going to end the video here. But yeah, I hope you guys didn't mind me doing something different, reviewing a figure. I was taking a sip of ginger ale. Taking a little bit of ginger ale sip. But with that all being said, everybody, I have been MK420. This has been my personal review of the Heisei Toys 2014 Monsterverse Goji, my first ever figure. The next figure I get will be an MK figure. I don't know when that will be, but the next figure I get, I will definitely do another review for you, everybody, here on the channel. And with that being said, for all of my people who partake,
Speech on. Visit advertiser's website. Button. Facebook.
Let us do so.
Video player.
I'm going to skip this ad.
Skip that. 4 point. Skip that. Skip that. 1:44 p.m. Rewind. Previous video. Track position. 1. Pull. 2. Next video. Report. Download. Button. Track position.
I'm looking for something. Hold on.
Rewind. Previous video. Button.
Alright, I got it. Anyways, y'all. In the words of Goji, well, in the words of MK420, let's do this for those who partake. But remember, we don't condone underage partakeage. Alright, let us go. Alright, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, everybody. With that being said, I'm MK420, and I will see all you beautiful people tomorrow. And in the words of Godzilla, I'll let him have the last note. Peace out, everybody.